What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of HoopTalk Podcast. And this is episode 9. There's a lot to talk about. We got Klay Thompson not being on the Warriors no more. You got Paul George. You got the Knicks getting better with Mikal Bridges. Who else? You got Jason Tatum and Derek White signing big contracts still on the Boston Celtics. You got DeJounte Murray getting traded to the Pelicans. You got all this stuff happening in the NBA. And it's a lot of big moves happening. And first I want to start off with PG. PG is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers with a $212 million 4-year contract. I feel like this is great for the 76ers. It's great for them because they get to have another superstar that they can depend on. Also, all 3 superstars on the team, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Paul George, they're all in different positions. And nobody has to complain of who's going to have the ball this, who's going to have the ball that. Like, Paul George can play off the ball. Tyrese Maxey can play off the ball. You know they're going to play through Joel Embiid because he's the best player on the team, but Paul George is a forward, Tyrese is the point guard, Joel Embiid is the center. It just all makes sense how this team is going to work out. And they didn't even have to get rid of that many players for Paul George's contract. They still got Kelly Oubre. They picked up Eric Gordon. They still got Andre Drummond. Yeah. This 76ers team is definitely a team that could beat the Celtics. They could beat the Bucks. They could beat the new Knicks. And if Joel Embiid stays healthy, they can make it to the playoffs. They can make it to the finals. They're going to make it to the playoffs. This is definitely a playoff team, but they can make it to the finals if all of them stay healthy. And now, I also want to talk about Klay Thompson leaving the Warriors. The Warriors era is coming to an end, and this is sad for a lot of people. But from what it looks like, it looks like Klay Thompson was frustrated. He felt like he was getting disrespected by the Warriors. He felt like he was worth way much more money than what they was offering him. But the way I see it as a business. This past year, he did not play well. And they gave him the money what they thought he was worth this year. But the times when he played well, the times when they offered him the amount of money that when he played well, that's what they offered him. They offered him what he is worth. And this year, he wasn't worth really nothing. It was meant for him to walk away. Eventually, somebody is going to have to walk away from that team. Eventually, all of them is not going to be on that team no more. And sorry to see it, but Klay Thompson is the first one to actually leave or actually not be on the team no more because he didn't play what they thought he was worth. And he feel like they disrespected him. He feel like they should have treated him better. And I see why he felt like that because of what he'd been through on that team, the time he put in, the work he put in, the fact that he was a part of the Big Three. But it seemed like they're trying to go in a different direction. They still want to win championships. They still want to be that team where they can compete. And they feel like Klay Thompson, especially him coming off of those injuries, the ACL and the torn Achilles, it really bounced him back. And he actually is going to the Mavericks on a 3-year, $50 million deal. And $50 million, they didn't even have to get Klay Thompson for a lot of money, but I guess he was so mad at the Warriors that he was just trying to go to a team that feel like they wanted him. But from the way I see it, I just feel like it was time. I just feel like Klay Thompson, he's still a good player, but he's not the two-way player that we know, and we wish him the best luck on the Mavericks. Now, I want to talk about Chris Paul going to the Spurs. Chris Paul, at first he had to get waived from the Warriors. The Warriors waived him off, and then became not a free agent. He was on the market, and anybody could really pick him up. And he decided to sign a deal, $11 million, 1 year contract with the Spurs. And I'm assuming he feels like he can be that piece where he can help the young guys, help Wemby out, become a superstar level player that he could be. Then being coached by Coach Popovich. And I feel like Chris Paul is actually great for this role, because I remember when he was on the Thunder and he had helped Shea, he had helped those young guys get developed, and you see how OKC is now. They all started with Chris Paul being on that team, and then they developed to become the team they are now. And then Chris Paul had went to the Suns. Suns was already good without Chris Paul. Well, again, on the verge of being good, and then Chris Paul went on the Suns and got them better and brought them to the finals. It seems like everywhere Chris Paul goes, it just makes the team better. So I feel like him coming to the team, him being that point guard he is, and him developing Wemby to be the best player that we expect Wemby to be. I feel like this is great for him and Spurs. And a lot of people don't think, like, what's the reason for CP to go to his team? Like, he's old and all that, but he feel like he still has some in him, and he feel like he could contribute to a team. So I feel like this is great for the Spurs. This is a great future, great look, and hopefully they'll do good. Then the next thing I want to talk about is Mikal Bridges getting traded to the Knicks, and DeJounte Murray getting traded to the Pelicans. And the way I feel about Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks, I feel like this is a great pickup for the Knicks. This makes them even better on defense, offense, because Mikal Bridges is a two-way player. He got long arms. He's a great wing. And they also re-signed OG Anunoby, so that's great for them too. But the loss they had is them losing Hartenstein. They had, since they gave OG that max contract, they of course didn't have enough money to pay everybody, so they had to let Hartenstein go. Hartenstein ended up going to OKC Thunder, and again, OKC is getting better. They're getting better in the center position, and they also picked up Alex Caruso as another great defender. That's a guard, and OKC definitely looks scary. But let's get back to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks is definitely a great pickup. I feel like the Knicks is definitely a top three best team in the East. I feel like they're really building this team to beat the Celtics. Like, I can already see Mikal Bridges can be either on Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. You got OG that could be on Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Either one of them can be guarding them. Then you got Jalen Brunson doing his thing. This helps Jalen Brunson be open up and be able to score more and have one-on-ones, and him not get double teamed. Because if they double team him, he can kick it out to Mikal. He can kick it out to OG. He can kick it out to Dante DiVincenzo. He got a lot of these players that he can kick it out to, so it's gonna be hard for teams to double him. And then they still got Julius Randle, but they might trade Julius Randle. I don't know. I feel like they should keep him and try to play small ball, because they lost Hartenstein, but they also got Mitchell Robinson still. But they still got to pay Julius Randle. So they might end up either keeping Mitchell, paying Mitchell, and letting Julius Randle go, or paying Julius Randle and letting Mitchell go. And if they let Mitchell go, they're going to have to play small ball, put Julius Randle at the center, and put like OG at the 4 and then Mikal at the 3, and then either Josh Hart or Dante at the 2, and then Jalen Brunson at the 1, or they can keep Mitchell, let it go from there. But either way, this Knicks team definitely got better. And I can't wait until next season to see this Knicks team. This Knicks team is going to be good on offense and great on defense. Defense wins championships, so this is definitely a great pickup for the Knicks. And then DeJounte Murray getting traded to the Pelicans. This is a great trade for the Pelicans. Like you got DeJounte Murray at the 1, CJ at the 2, Brandon Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4. Like this is a great pickup for the Pelicans, for them trading for DeJounte Murray. And the way this looks for the Hawks, it seems like they're gonna be rebuilding. It seems like they're gonna have to rebuild. It seems like they're probably gonna trade Trae Young soon, either this summer or during the trade deadline during the season. And I just feel like DeJounte going to this Pelicans team definitely helps this Pelicans team out. This definitely gonna put them over the hump. It's definitely is gonna help Zion get his open shots, and if Zion stays healthy, they could definitely make it deep in the playoffs. But yeah, Mikal going to the Knicks and DeJounte going to the Pelicans. Both of those trades are great trades for the Knicks and the Pelicans. Now, all these trades, all these signs, all these people signing these new contracts, all these people getting traded so far this offseason is really like great for the league, I feel like. And I remember a time when the league was getting all stacked up. All these players are trying to stack up these teams, but now I feel like the league is balanced out. You got PG going to a new destination, Klay going to a new destination. The East getting better, and I just feel like this is a great offseason. Starting off all these drama going on with the Warriors, with Klay, PG with the Clippers, because you got Kawhi always getting injured, and I feel like PG is just tired of trying to wait on Kawhi and wait on his body to just get better. And he wants to win now. He wants to win the championship. I understand he loves LA. He's from there. But he wants to win the championship, and he feels like going to the 76ers is the best option for him. And the same with Klay. He's frustrated with the Warriors not giving him enough money that he feel like he deserved, but he got a new contract. He's with a contender, and I feel like whatever he shows on the Mavericks is going to show if he's going to be able to get a new deal after these 3 years. But I feel like next season he's definitely going to have vengeance. Whenever he plays the Warriors, he's definitely probably going to go for 30, 40. And all these other role players going to these new different teams. Hartenstein going to OKC, Alex Caruso going to OKC, OG staying with the Knicks, Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks. And you got Jason Tatum, Derek White signing these new deals, these max contracts. This is just crazy going on in the league right now. But I'm gonna wrap. That's gonna be it for episode 9 of HoopTalk Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.